Hello there, Byaka Desu, and welcome to my review of Yakuza Kiwami. So we are here for another adventure of Kiryu, and this time it's a much heavier, a much sadder experience. I feel like although the story, as I said for the review of Yakuza Zero, the story is always not that happy, not that light-hearted. It has heavy themes and really serious moments, but I feel like the story in this game is much heavier, and you will see as Yakuza Zero is a tale for Majima, for his descent to madness, for all the little things that happened to him and led him to what he is now. So it was really a story about Majima being totally destroyed emotionally and by everything that happened. This story does the same for Kiryu. So in this story, you only have Kiryu as a protagonist. You will also see Majima, which is always fun. Although at a certain point, I was really tired of the mechanic of Majima everywhere. But you will have this story where Kiryu will try to help Nishiki, who will murder the Dojima leader, and Kiryu will take the blame for him because that's just how Kiryu is. He wants everyone to be happy, and he thought that this would be the best decision. And Kiryu will go to jail for 10 years, and after 10 years, everything is going downhill. So he can no longer recognize Nishiki. He doesn't know where Yumi is, which was a character that I was surprised of getting to know in this game, because you have Yakuza Zero where Nishiki and Kiryu are always talking about their childhood because they grew up in the same orphanage. They are sworn brothers in the Yakuza, but they also were good friends from the orphanage. And then you suddenly in this game you have Yumi, who seems to also have grown up with them, but she wasn't mentioned at all during Yakuza Zero. So what was she doing during that time? Who knows? And you will have all this stuff around Yumi and Rena. You will also see more of Rena in this story. All is about Yumi, the 10 billion that were stolen from the Yakuza, the Tojo clan, and Haruka. So Haruka is a really cute and fun character in this game. She also has a heavy story attached to her because, of course, this review will have spoilers. Haruka is the daughter of Yumi. So it seems that during the time Kiryu was in jail, although Yumi liked him, she ended up getting married to a Yakuza, and Haruka is their daughter. And I don't remember the name of that guy because really the villain all this throughout this game is Nishiki, because Kiryu is really torn about the fact that Nishiki has changed. He shot Kazama. He did a bunch of stuff to try to hurt him also, and Nishiki is really the villain. You see the backstory, how he slowly turned to what he became in Yakuza Kiwami. And he's really the rival, the rival that you are to face off with Kiryu. And then you have the true villain, because it's this political guy that was Yumi's husband, tried to kill them because of money, political reasons, tried to kill both Yumi and Haruka, so he has no heart. He's a complete douchebag. But for me, he's not the villain because he only appears, what, in the last two chapters, if at all. and you have a boss fight with him, and really, as a boss, he's terrible. The most interesting part were the two guards that he had, because I killed them, they were a pain to defeat, and then suddenly they just get up again to fight me, and I'm like, why? Why? I need to defeat this guy. And also he was a bit annoying with the bombs, missiles, something that he shot at you, but the real headache to defeat was Nishiki. Goddamn, having what 4 or 5 bars of HP because he was at the purple mark. It was too much. It was really difficult. The mechanics on this game are what you already know from Yakuza 0. So you have the different styles. This time you don't have to learn them because you have Yakuza 0. So now you have all your styles. The only thing that you have to do is get your abilities back because Kiryu has spent 10 years in prison and he has gone soft, as Majima puts it. So by encountering Majima and by slowly gaining ability points, because you have some kind of leveling up system in this game. So in Yakuza 0 you used your money to buy abilities. In this game, by fighting, by doing side quests, by doing the main quest also, you gain ability points that you get to spend on soul skills, tech skills, body skills, a lot of stuff, so you can gain all your skills again. The Dragon of Dojima style though, you only gain your skills by fighting against Majima. So you have a mechanic in this game where you don't play with Majima, but you always fight against him. So he starts by popping up randomly a few times, and then he just gets on your nerves because he's basically everywhere. And I fought against him so many times that at one point the game was like, Nishida is the one that is always contacting Kiryu about Majima, and Nishida was like, you know, sir, Majima is a little bit tired of playing with you, so he's taking a break. And literally the game just warned me that unless I advance the story, Majima will not face Kiryu. So even Majima got tired of me. No, I was the one who got tired of Majima because it was everywhere. I reached rank S with Majima, so I know that he goes up to triple S, but I had already finished the game, and I wasn't going to try to do that because I wasn't going to fight with the Dragon of Dojima, so it was for a trophy or something, I guess, and I wasn't going to do that. But each time you level up for a new rank, you have special stories and special moments about Majima. You see him in the striptease club or whatever it was, dancing, dressed like a woman. So you have lots of fun moments with Majima. And the sub-stories. As always, the sub-stories, I felt like that they weren't as funny or meme-like as the sub-stories that you find in Yakuza 0, but really, they still were a good ice break from all the heavy story that you have on Yakuza Kiwami. Because this is really a story about Kiryu losing everyone. He loses Kazama, he loses Yumi, he loses Reina, and by the end he defeats and also loses Nishiki. And it's really a heartbreaking moment because you are suddenly seeing Kiryu in front of Haruka. Everyone is dead. He's holding Yumi in his arms after she just gave him the medallion where she kept his picture because she loved him all this time. And he's surrounded by the police and Date, best boy, great supporter of Kiryu, really, Date. The only thing that he's not best boy is all the times that he lost Haruka. God damn, you can't take care of a child, god damn. But, and Date is there and he just says, run Kiryu, go run from the police because you're going to be in jail again. And Kiryu just literally, you can see that he just lost heart, and he says, I don't have anything else. And that's really a heartbreaking moment. This big guy just saying that everything that mattered to him, everything he fought and tried to protect, is gone. And then Date just says, Haruka is there. So Haruka will be the new light in Kiryu's life. Because yeah, he met the florist, he met some people along the way, but he lost the people that he held so dear. And it's really a heavy game in that sense, because you can see everything just fall apart around Kiryu. Haruka is really interesting. She's a really cute girl. She has quick thoughts. She's really she's a good actress, as Kiryu puts it. Haruka is really something. I already talked about Date, and you also have the Florist of Sai, which begins by being a contact of Kiryu, and then you have some funny sub-stories with him, and you also have he creates some kind of trust relationship with Kiryu, but not a close one. In this game you also have a scene where you are shooting. I had to do the shooting part of the game so many times, and I also lowered the difficulty for that one because that was being such a pain. Fighting, you can put me mobs of Yakuza, delinquents, hooligans, wherever you want, and I will fight them. The shooting scenes, I can't handle those. The fighting is also what you already know from Yakuza 0. You switch between the styles, you do your combos with square, triangle, you dodge, you block, you try to use the different mechanics. The only difference though is, although you can use hit actions, just like in the Yakuza 0, here sometimes your rivals will try to gain health, so they lower themselves, and a light, some kind of aura, surrounds them. And when they do this, you have to match the aura that they have with the style, so you can stop this aura from giving them health. So if, for example, if a rival is shining blue, you have to switch to your brawler style, so you can do a hit action that will prevent him from gaining health. So it was interesting to try to always match this. Also, I didn't understand, because when I was fighting Nishiki and he did this, I tried to switch to Dragon of Dojima because his aura was red, but it wouldn't do anything. I wasn't able to do any hit actions with Nishiki. But maybe I was missing something, maybe something was not well done, I don't know. So this game is really good. I really recommend it if you want a game that it's not as meme-like as the other games. I did almost all the sub-stories. I still missed some because, just like in Yakuza 0, I didn't want to do the pocket circuit ones because I suck at customizing my car, I don't know how to win the races, I didn't try to do that. And I also didn't do all the side quests for the Mesu King, although I found it quite interesting. So the Mesu King is basically the same as the Catfight Club that you had, so but instead of doing bets and gaining money, you are just playing against kids, because they say that's a card games for kids. And that's a bit suspicious, but oh well. But it was really fun. I kind of missed not having the real estate business and the cabaret club in this game. It's not necessary, that's not what I'm saying, but I found it really fun. It was a really easy way to gain money, but once again, you get all the money that you need to buy stuff throughout the game, through the sub-stories and stuff like that. So it's not necessary to have this, but I like the mechanic on Yakuza 0, and I thought I would have something similar in this one. And that's basically it. You are fighting against new villains, you are basically seeing everything around Kiryu fall. The soundtrack is really good, especially, of course, in boss fights, and coming again for another Kiryu adventure is always fun. So, share in the comments your thoughts, tell me what you think about this specific game, tell me if you have played other Yakuza games. I hope to play next Yakuza Kiwami 2, so I can see more of Kiryu evolving as a father towards Haruka. And as always, check out my Twitch channel. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts, and I will see you next time.